Hi everyone, how you doing? Hope you're really well, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing. Now, I'm just going to do a really brief, I hope it's going to be a brief video for you, and a top tip of mine that we've just come across recently over the last few weeks in one of our service accommodation, and it's really, really important. It's to do with security and making sure that your service departments are as secure as they possibly can be. Now, I read a post recently which was quite disturbing about someone had booked a service department flat and they went out for the evening, and when they come back all their stuff had been taken, and the owner was asked about how, who would have been able to get into the property, who else had keys, and they said that nobody else had keys and everything else. And then when they looked into it, the key that they actually had for the apartment was just a normal standard key, and they come to the conclusion that someone had probably copied it, a previous guest, and had broken into the apartment, which got me thinking about, I hope that no one else is doing that or making that mistake. So I just wanted to make sure that what we do to cover ourselves in that instance, and I would highly recommend everybody to do this. Now, we use something called a master key system. Now, we use this on our rent-to-rent properties as well. It's really good because we only have one key, and that enables us to get into all of our HMOs, all of our rent-to-rents, and all of the rooms in those properties. We've also started using that system on our service accommodation. The main reason for that is purely, firstly, because we've only got one key, then we don't have to carry a bunch of keys around us, but also because that key could not be copied without my signature. You can't take that to any locksmith and ask for a copy of it. You just won't be allowed. It has to have my signature in order for that key to be copied. So it stops the whole issue of potentially people renting the apartment, getting a key copied, and then being able to go back at a later date and break in and pinch everything that's in the property, and you have no idea who it was. So one thing I would definitely recommend you do is to have a master key system, ideally your master key system, fitted into the cylinders, have the cylinders changed over so you get the cylinders for that master key system to stop that happening, because the last thing that you want obviously is people to stay at your apartment and someone breaks in and takes all their stuff. Not very good at all. Now, we actually, the apartment that we use in Peterborough, the apartments that we use, they don't have a master key system. So I actually spoke to the managing agent there and said, I explained exactly this. I said, this is why we want to install our own systems, our own master key system, to stop that from happening and people copying the keys. And they was actually really quite impressed with that. They said, oh, that's actually a very good point. We didn't think about that at all. Yes, obviously you guys are having different people coming and going, so it makes sense for that to happen. And I said, can we install our own master key system? Of course, I'll give you guys a copy, and then you can still get in. Obviously, they need to be able to do that, and they was happy to do that. So that's eliminated that problem now. And obviously, the key that they've got is only specific for that apartment. It's not so they can get into all of our HMOs and rent-to-rents. Okay, we don't give out master keys, but that just stops that problem from happening. It gives us peace of mind as well. I know now that guests cannot get a copy of the key. So it stops the issue of people breaking in. Okay, so I highly recommend that. Get a master key system in place if you've got a service department. If it's not already there with the managing agent, then ask if you can install your own and give them a copy of the key as well. Okay, so hope that really helps. And yeah, again, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take care, and hopefully I'll see you really, really soon.